Happy Thursday. Happy Halloween. It is a beautiful day. I hope you guys are all in the building and ready to recap the season 9 of Real Housewives of Potomac, Mama Knows Best, and Bunking Beds and Butting Heads. Auntie Diva, what's up?
Oh,
Hey, happy Thursday.
happy
Listen,
Thursday. And we got asked if people once again forgive us. We will
forgive
get
us.
on we will get on a consistent schedule next
Yes.
week.
Yes.
November is the new month. Okay.
Yes,
We'll
it
get it
is. And
together.
we're going to be ready.
We'll be
We're going
ready.
to be ready.
Yeah. Yes.
First of all, welcome everybody. Please hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're not subscribed to Chronicles of the Gray Hair Diva, head on over to her channel and hit that subscribe button as well. Listen, y'all, we have been recapping shows for what, the past month or so, Auntie? So we, just a real quick review before we get into this. We have recapped the Braxtons, the new season. So if you missed out on that, go back and catch our recaps from the Braxtons. Hit the like button on that. We are also in the midst of recapping Tia's show, My Next Act. So if you are watching that, stay tuned with us. We should be coming up to recap those episodes on next week. So catch up on the new episodes, and then we'll be back to recap them. And then also we are now recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac season 9. Auntie, I think this season it's got me good. It's got me. I'm tied in.
I'm tied into, and you know what, to be very honest with you, these new girls are, I don't know if I want to say a breath of fresh air, but I guess I'll say
That's what it's giving.
it's a breath of fresh air because we're not getting the same old, same old. And you know what?
Mhm.
I hate to say it. And I was rooting for Robin, but I don't miss her.
Mm-mm.
Don't miss
I forgot that she was even on the show. Honestly, I'm sorry.
her. Oh, shoot. What about
I
Candace?
mean, Candace, I like Candace, let me say that. But there is a dynamic that this group is bringing. I almost feel like that the producers of the shows have been listening to us and how we
Mm.
saying we're tired of this fake TV. I really feel like we've been dealing with some reality stuff this season, especially with Karen's accident, Giselle's girls going to prom. I mean, we're dealing with real life stuff with still a little drama and mess mixed into the show. So I'm really enjoying this season. I think some of the new girls, not all, but some of them have given me a breath of fresh air. I'm really enjoying them. The others, I'm trying to figure out why they're here, but we'll get into that in just a moment. But overall, I'm really enjoying Housewives of Potomac. Also, I don't know if y'all caught it. Married to Medicine just dropped their season 11 trailer. Oh
Ooh,
my gosh. Oh my gosh. Not the doctor,
ooh.
not the doctors. So I see, I think we need to recap that one as well once it drops. Word on the curb is it'll be here for Christmas. So,
A
mm,
Christmas present.
a
Uh,
cruel Christmas present. Oh my God. Whew.
oh my
But
God. All right. So we might
yes,
as well go ahead and get into the episode 3.
episode 3,
Mama
Mama
knows
Knows
best, know
Best, baby.
best.
Okay. So we are picking up back in episode 3 from episode 2. If you don't remember, episode 2, we were ending off at Giselle and Ashley's GNA party. The ladies were leaving Karen Huger's, award ceremony. And so we had Mia, Stacy, and Jazzy. They were all pulling up to the party, getting ready to go in. They were asked by Ashley to be there at 8 o'clock. They arrived at 8:03 p.m. Okay. So Jazzy is offended, excuse me, in the last episode, Giselle runs over, kicks them out of the event. Stacy and Mia, go ahead and exit stage left. Jazzy decided to stay behind and let Candace know how she is offended because they was just trying to, support everybody. We tried to support Karen. We went to Karen's event. They literally stayed at Karen's event for like what, 15 minutes, Diva, if that, left and came on over to Giselle and Ashley's event. So Jassy had to let Ashley know, I am offended. We got here at 1803 and we needed to be here to, be able to support y'all. But since y'all kicking us out, we're leaving. As Jazzy leaves, Ashley wants to run outside to the sprinter and give the sign so that the ladies can still give to the Brain Cancer Society so that they can help with the brain cancer, research. Now, that was a little behooving to me. You're going to kick me out of your event, but did you still want me to give you my good hard-earned money to support your cause that you didn't kick me out of, okay? Diva, any comments on that scene? That was just a hot mess.
It was a hot mess, and no, I will not be donating today. You're not gonna kick me out and didn't realize, oh, you gotta go, and you gonna come with your little what you call that, the scan code, barcode, whatever that thing is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can donate. No, you should have thought about the greater good before you kicked me out. And like they said, Ashley, you told us to be here by 8. It's 8:03. Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? 8:03. Okay, Jazzy, that's her name, right? Jazzy was being sassy. And Jazzy let her know, going about your business. And Jazzy tried to hit the door to the sprinter to say, get the going, get the step in. Get the step in. And Stacy was appalled. She was embarrassed. She was like, I'm embarrassed.
And hurt because I pulled up to support y'all and you just completely kicked me out. And I think what bothered me more so about it is that Ashley didn't even try to stand by the ladies because they did. I mean, it's 3 minutes. And even though they committed to your event, they went to Karen's, but they still went out of their way to come and support you. So it's a slap in the face for me to come and then, you send me away because I'm not here when you want me to do it. But then, Auntie, it's a double slap in the face, people. When you come outside to my sprinter to bring the barcode to tell me to still give to your charity.
Come on, Stephanie. She said, if I'm getting kicked out, my money's coming with me. Word. My pocketbook, my purse, my checkbook, the debit card, the credit card is coming with me. We're good.
We're good. Yeah. Period. So we move into the next scene with Wendy and her boys. Her son is talking about his drip and what he got going on. I thought that was a super cute, nice scene. I really, really like Wendy's family. The boys, her daughter, her Eddie, her husband. I really enjoy their little small family clips. Greg and Kiera are catching up. They had a busy day, catching each other. They missed each other. Whoop-de-whoop. Before we move on, what do you feel about Greg and Kiera?
Well, let me back up a minute and come in agreement with you. Mm-hmm. Wendy's family is absolutely beautiful.
Beautiful.
I want to go still, Cameron. Let's go snatch her up. Adorable.
Yeah, she is so cute.
Adorable. Yeah, she has a beautiful family. And the kids are a good mix of Eddie and Wendy.
They are.
Just gorgeous family. Gorgeous family. Kiera and Greg. What Kiera told us, I don't know if you're going to talk about this later. When Kiera told us that Greg was divorced. When Kiera told us that Greg got a bunch of kids, I think she said the number was 3.
3, it was. Mm-hmm.
And then Kiera moved in with him. And they about to buy a house.
With no ring.
But she didn't get a ring on it. I got to ask, is Kiera dumb, stupid, or both?
Both.
Okay.
But we'll deal with her because, it's another scene coming up with them. So we'll deal with them, okay? Mm-hmm. So we move into... We're 18 hours after the G&A event. We're pulling up to Stacy's new home, or Stacy's home. We have Jazzy, Ashley, Karen, and the beautiful dog Arlo in this scene, okay? So Stacy announces that her family is away. Her daughter is at a birthday party with the dad, so she was able to have the girlfriends. You stick of Stacy and this baby daddy, ain't you?
Yeah, something's amiss with that. And I'm getting the feeling, ROYAIRE, that when she get a divorce, the daughter's going with the husband.
I feel that way too.
Yeah. I feel like the daughter is kind of with the husband now, period,
Yes.
blank, and
Yes.
she comes to visit mommy.
Mm-hmm.
This is not looking good for Stacy.
Yes. Just based off of perception alone, I feel the
Yeah,
same exact way.
yeah.
Same way.
And Stacy's not going to have much money when this is over. I feel for Stacy, but go ahead.
16 years,
Mm,
an 8-year-old,
mm,
and you've been living out of town because you was doing HSN.
mm.
So who was taking care of the child?
Daddy.
And the court says whatever is in the best interest of
Oh,
the child.
child.
But we're gonna move on into this scene. So Jazzy shows up to Stacy's home first. And so Jazzy and Stacy were having a conversation. Stacy wanted to know why Giselle had security at the party because security was ready to escort them out at the party. So she asked, security something that we need. I may need to get a referral from the girls, okay? Ashley then comes in, this is the first time that they are seeing Ashley since the GNA event, okay? Ashley is a little deterred because Jazzy, as Ashley was coming in the car, decided to press the, door for the van and close Ashley in the door. And so Ashley felt a little offended and claims that, she was a little sore that day. Jazzy states that she was offended that she got kicked out of the gangsters and alcohol party.
I thought that was cute. I thought that was cute.
I said, come on, G&A, gangster alcohol party.
She got that off. She got that off. I thought that was cute.
I said, oh, Jazzy coming through with the rings this season. Okay.
Comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah, she got that off. It was cute.
That was so cute. So Jazzy apologized to Ashley for closing the door on her. She said it couldn't have hurt. I attempted to do it myself again to show everybody what I did. It did not hurt. As Ashley and Jazzy were going back and forth, Karen then comes in. She gets a nice little kiss from Arlo. Ray drops her off. So I guess Karen is still not driving behind the wheel. They done probably suspended her license, probably. But allegedly. So she walks in and asks what
Sharice told us about Karen, but nobody was hearing Sharice because Sharice was too animated about it. But Sharice did tell us about Karen. Sharice told us Karen was the drunk of Potomac.
From day one.
Allegedly. Now, no, we ain't say that. Sharice said that, but go ahead.
Okay. So Karen comes in and asks what the F is going on in here. Ashley and Jazzy said that they were just working through some issues. Okay, so Ashley said she had a question for Karen. Now, the last time Giselle seen Karen was on a Wednesday. Giselle told Karen that she had an event coming up and that, she wants all the ladies to be a part of it. And Karen said, well, I have an event coming up too. I have an award that I'm receiving, but I believe that is in the morning, so I'll be at my event and I'll be at your event. Well, next thing we know, the ladies are getting a text message next morning at 7 a.m. about showing up to Karen's event. And so Ashley wants to know, why did you send out that text message? Well, Karen got deflective and defensive, going back to the Hatitude party and how she was shaded and thrown under the bus at the Hatitude, and she wasn't having it. And so as she continued to deflect, she said, well, Ashley, it's so funny that, I'm telling you I can't talk about my issues, but when your husband was running around allegedly grabbing and pinching and doing all he was doing, you couldn't talk about them too. Don't the motherfucking tables turn, as Karen said. Stacy, Jazzy, they want an apology from Giselle because they showed up as they said they would. And so Ashley felt that it would be necessary for Giselle to give them an apology. And so we'll stop at that scene. That was a huge scene. So much happened in there and was a great scene on top of that. So go ahead.
It was a great scene. And Ocean Dreaming saying here in Maryland, they don't play with DUI. I'm scared for Karen. Because Karen doesn't really, well, one, I don't like the way they're playing with this serious legal issue on I know it's reality TV, but I think they doing too much, keep talking about Karen and this DUI. I really do. But Karen is iconic, and Karen's gonna be Karen, And Karen is always going to explain away her mess. Okay? She is the grand dame. And let me tell you something. There will not be another Karen. There just won't be. It won't be another Karen. So I love the way she does things and how she flipped things up. Even when she did wrong, she flipped it up to make it seem like, no, it ain't me, it's you. So she
With the
was like,
pancake.
no, I did. She said, that's not what I told Giselle. Okay, that's not what she told Jizzy.
Jizzy. Come on, Jizzy.
That's not what she told Jizzy, okay? When she told her was, and then she found out this, and she just thought it would be a great idea for the people to support her in her getting her this award. All right. And then she came at Ashley's neck. And Ashley, I'm gonna give Ashley this. Ashley, Karen needs to come out and tell the truth. And she drunk calling people.
Ooh.
Are we gonna get there?
We will.
We're gonna get there, but Karen, if you are a drinker, then you should be Ubering or Lyfting.
Mm-hmm.
You really should, especially if you bad with it, right? Because she honestly, when we saw that in real time, like on TMZ and all of that, she literally could have killed herself and somebody else.
Yes.
The grace and mercy of God was really with
covering her. Yeah.
I think it was a great scene overall. I love the dog. Stacy, I don't know what's going on with Stacy, the husband she divorcing, the kid, Arabella. What's her name?
Arabella. Mm-hmm. Arabella. Sorry.
Arabella, the dog. Something is amiss there. Something's not right, but we got to figure that out. But I thought it was a cute scene. And Jazzy's a firecracker.
I love Jazzy.
Jazzy's a firecracker. She gonna tell him what it is. She said, Ashley, please. It wasn't that deep. The door didn't even, because the door bounced back and didn't really hit you. Yeah. She said, because to debunk Ashley's whole thing, she said, I reenacted it.
I reenacted it.
She said, you was okay and it was okay because the door don't close on you. I said, okay. Yeah. So that was that, but I did think it was a good scene. And for her to say, didn't she tell Ashley about the Uber cars that Ashley gave her?
Yeah, she said you should have took them Uber cars and went and got you some surgery for them bunions on your feet.
Yo,
and Ashley said you need to be serving jail time for what you did. So.
Child, Karen got petty. She got petty. And then Ashley had to just start laughing. She said, "You making me laugh. I can't do this with you." Literally. So, but at the end of the day, they all made up. It wasn't like they didn't leave crazy. You know what I'm trying to say? So I felt good about it. But yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Jazzy, before we move on, I feel like Jazzy is definitely one of the cast members that is giving me a breath of fresh air. Okay. I enjoy her so far, and she can read, honey. She's coming. I feel like Jazzy knew what she signed up for when she got on this show. I feel that Stacy is still playing HSN, and she don't know how to keep it real. But that's just my thought and opinion, just me.
I think what the problem would be honest with you with Stacy is she can't tell her real truth. Authentic truth. So when you can't come up there and tell your authentic truth and you gotta kind of lie a little bit, it's like you can't be yourself. You gotta have a guard up, right? So she can't tell the truth about her and this husband and this divorce and what's really going on with the daughter, because you see, even when they show pictures, they blur him out, right? Yeah. So she can't really tell the truth, right? So and then with this TJ, I feel like he is just a paid boyfriend for the show. It's like a storyline. That seems very awkward too. They just don't seem.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that because I got some stuff to say about that scene. Okay. So Wendy is in the kitchen with her mom. I'm not a real big fan of Wendy's mom. I can't even remember what her name is. I just not a big fan of her. But anyways, Wendy's in the kitchen. She's cooking with the kids, hanging out. And so Wendy is telling her family that she's getting ready to go to North Carolina for her birthday. Mia's taking everyone to Lake Norman, so she's super excited about that. Um, Wendy received a call from Eddie's dad wishing her a happy Mother's Day. And if you've been watching the show for some time, since Wendy has been on, Wendy has opened up about her and Eddie not having the best relationship with her in-laws, as well as Eddie. So Wendy kind of broke down to us that, Wendy's mother and Eddie's mom were friends. And so once Eddie and Wendy got to know each other, they became friends. Well, friends turned into love ship. And so once the love boat came around, Wendy's mom and Eddie's mom friendship went two separate sailing ways, okay? And so ever since then, it's just kind of been a struggle between the family. Now, Wendy's mom opened up about the last time she's seen Eddie's mom was at Cameron's christening. And so, she tried to go over and speak to Eddie's mom, and Eddie mama said, not today. So, Miss Wendy's mama said it's up and stuck the next time I see Miss Thang Thang. So any thoughts on that scene? Anything I missed?
I thought it was a cute scene. They was cooking their traditional food. Her mother lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Queen Ocean Dreamer says she think the mom name is Susan. I can't remember the mom's name. The mom is a lot. She was calmer in this scene than her usual colorful self, so to speak. I like the fact that finally, because it's been years now. When did Wendy come to us? What season? But to know that Eddie's family is finally maybe coming around a little bit, like in terms of like the dad called her for Mother's Day. I think it's a good thing. I don't like when families are in discord, like, the in-laws don't like your wife or the in-laws don't like the husband. It's just too much for the family, and for them to never see their grandchildren. They have beautiful grandchildren. So I really hope that Eddie's family really does have a full circle moment and come around. But I mean, love the scene because her daughter is such a doll face. Oh my God.
So
She's
beautiful.
adorable, and the beautiful skin. So it was a great scene. But Wendy's mom is her mom.
She is something else. Her name is Susan.
Okay.
We joined Potomac season 5 in 2020. So this is something that we've been dealing with for about 5 years now. So I think it's nice that we are trying to turn a curve. I don't know if I said this, but she is considering inviting Eddie's mother and father to her 40th birthday party. So hopefully we'll get to see that as well. In this season and see how that turns out. I love when a family can come together and move past their differences, for the sake of the rest of the family, to be in harmony. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
So here we are to Greg and Kiera. Before I get into this detailed scene, I don't feel the love between Greg and Kiera. I feel that Greg and Kiera are giving me Bob and Sheree all the way. I don't see a sense of like that he likes her, in my opinion, just based off of what we're seeing so far. He seems very standoffish. I don't know if it's a camera thing. I don't know if he don't want to be on the show. It's not, the storyline is not coming, and their story is not coming across to me well. But Greg, he had a root canal. And so Kiera's mom is here with her. Kiera's cooking, some breakfast food. Now, Kiera's not the best cook, but she's doing what she can for her man, okay? He comes down, he gets his food, he speaks, goes on about his business. And so mom opens up, about what's going on between you two. Greg does have 3 children. He's been married before. Kiera has no children. This is her first time being with a married man, but she hopes to be an example for the children. They're preparing to move into their new home that they're having built together. She wanted to make sure that she moved in. Oh, come on, roommates. That's exactly what it's given. Roommates and not lovers. you know, she wanted to move in with him before they moved into their new home together, just to kind of have some quality time together, I guess, you know, to learn one another and live with one another, I guess, to, you know, make sure it's gonna work out. Stacy's mom is concerned that, you know, she's moving too fast without a ring. You know, Stacy's mom would like her to have a ring, and Stacy feels like that she don't want to be the desperate girl waiting for a ring, begging for a ring, you know, to be with this man that she quote unquote loves. Okay. So, you know, Stacy's mom said, well, listen, as long as you keep God and family first, everything else will fall in its place. So Stacy is running a spa. She's also trying to help her husband with his business, but not technically on staff, but waiting to get on staff, I guess. I don't know. I'm not in love with the storyline, and she's definitely one of the ones who are not giving me a breath of fresh air. I'm just not feeling it.
Greg's house and Kiara. So first of all, it's given you sold your place,
Ooh,
moved in with him to his place so y'all could buy the new place.
mm,
That's what is given to me. Desperate for a ring. That's just this. That's to me is saying like because other females have the right mindset to get the ring before you know they move in and go that far and purchase a house with someone, they were desperate. No, they were smart. Um, marrying or cohabitating, however you say that, or living with a man, and this man has 3 daughters, and I'm assuming the daughters are under 18. This is a mess, Kiara.
a hot mess.
And even if they get married, you're talking about all that child support. Girl, you're gonna have to work your spa, his medical clinic, and you're gonna have to do Uber and Lyft.
Mm.
Cause you gotta help pay for them 3 daughters, okay? Listen,
I wasn't ready.
it's a lot. It's a lot. Her mother is beautiful. She looks like her mom. Her
Looks
mom
just like
looks
her
great.
mom.
Mom looks good. I mean, I'm not liking this for Kiara, but if she like it, I guess you know we got to deal with it. But I just think you know everybody doesn't necessarily want to be on the camera, and he, you know, he had a root canal, but I'm not. I just don't feel. I don't see nothing with those two yet. So I guess I need more time. In terms of her breakfast, that breakfast didn't look all that appetizing, but you know what, she tried. So I'm gonna give her A for effort because of the simple fact that she tried and she's cooking for her man. So bravo to her for that. And he got a little toothache or whatever, and she was trying to figure that out and all that. But her mother is correct. I wouldn't have been moving in with no one and purchasing a home with no one.
Nobody.
I have no plans of getting married. That's just pure silliness.
Mm.
Silliness. So now, if y'all break up, now what? Y'all got to first sell a home, split us. Nah, I'll come visit you. You visit me, and when you decide that I'm enough, that you want to marry me, then we'll move on to the next step from there. Until then, I'll be in my home and you be in yours. And here goes your drawer at my house, and I hope I get a drawer at your house.
Well, I just think the issue is she knows she's not making it to the altar no time soon, so she just trying to get all the benefits that she can as a girlfriend.
She gave up. And you know what? When you give up, she better ask somebody who knows. When you give up, life don't. It's rough from there, from that moment on. It doesn't look good from this moment on.
Look at Ashley. She out here doing everything she can to stay where she at. So
okay, there you go. Boom.
So we're moving into the next scene. Giselle prom with the twins. First of all, adorable. The girls are so cute. Oh my God. You know, I did not realize that the Giselle's girls were back to back like that. We just celebrated her oldest daughter's prom last year. And so here are the twins now. So I thought that was so beautiful. So the girls are getting ready for prom. Giselle she's missing her dad. Normally, Papa comes through for all the big events for the girls to support them. This is the first year the dad is not around to be here. So Giselle is a little bit in her feelings, as she tells us in her confessionals, but she's still excited for the girls' prom, okay? Giselle got home and realized that, she was not mad at the other ladies. She was upset that Karen sent that text message the day of the event, and the ladies chose to go to her event, and come to her last minute. So she did say that she was open to apologize to the other ladies because her issue was not with them, it was with Karen. She started asking the girls, what's the new dance out here and what's the latest song. She was talking about Pound Town. I don't know if you know what Pound Town is, Diva, but no Pound Town for the girls, okay? That ain't something we need to deal with. As one daughter is preparing to go downstairs to get dressed, dad is coming in. Pastor Jamal Bryant is back on Housewives of Potomac after telling us that he would never come back and do this again, but here he is, okay? So thank you for showing up, I guess. He comes in, speaks to the girls, speaks to Giselle's gay best friend, and keeps it going, okay? Now, the one daughter, what is the I know there's Grace and Amara. Is it Amara?
Adore.
Okay. So Adore is very non-sociable. She likes to keep to herself, doesn't like to be out for long periods of time, okay? So Adore says, listen, dad asks, what time is curfew? Adore says 12:02, okay? Angel ain't with the curfew time, okay? Thank you so much. Oh, hey, Shan, hey, girl. So Adore, is ready to come home, right after prom. Angel wants to go out and party like a rock star, okay? So, Angel said 2. Jamal said hell no, okay? So, they agreed to 12. They're going to come home at 12. That was a good curfew time, I thought, for, high school prom girls, okay? The twins are beautiful. Love their dress. I love the up hairstyle do that the one twin did, the down for the other. I thought they were really, really nice. Giselle felt the need to concern herself with when Jamal was going back to church. He said, don't worry about it. I'll be there on Sunday. While in confessionals, Giselle was asked, it was the word on the street that Jamal has a new girlfriend, now fiance. She said, yes, he does have a girlfriend, but the one thing that will remain is that he is the father to her 3 children, and he will continue to do what he needs to do, okay? The girls, go on and head out for prom. Jamal said, don't forget about curfew. See y'all later. So I thought that was a really, really cute scene. So nice. Anything on that?
I loved it.
Loved it.
Absolutely loved it. And I think that Giselle has this reality TV side, and I think that Giselle has a real life side.
Yes.
I want to kind of lean towards probably in real life, Giselle is a better person than she has presented to us throughout the years on Real Housewives of Potomac, because her family is absolutely adorable.
Adorable, and they love her. Those girls love their mother.
Yeah, they do. Job well done in terms of motherhood with Giselle. I mean, they're just gorgeous. I just love all 3 of her daughters, and the twins are beautiful, and both of them look amazing in their prom outfits. And she even her family is definitely her focus, and I love it. Jamal Bryant is Jamal Bryant. He said he going on TV, so he came Gucci down.
Head to toe.
Head to toe. Then he's sitting there all arrogant, he gonna get back for church or whatever. The daughters, you can kind of tell, are not really, don't seem to be, I can't say what they are, don't seem to be that close to him, but the fact that he came through is appreciated. Now, Giselle with this shady confessional, yeah, he will always remain the father of my kids. Girl, whatever. You are no longer married to this man. So the fact that he has a girlfriend, what does it really matter? Do you know what I'm saying, ROYAIRE? Like, it doesn't matter. Y'all are long removed from being,
anything of any kind of relationship other than mother and father.
Right. So, yeah. And Giselle is doing better this season. She is. The fact that she's forgiving, but I guess what is upsetting me about that is why couldn't you just turn yourself around for Candace and Wendy before? I think Giselle is being real forgiving because of the fact that she knows that her job depends on it. And she saw how they finally let go of Robin.
That's why she being so forgiving. She ain't got no backup. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
not just no backup. She will lose her job.
And lose her job. Yes.
She will lose her job because
Well,
it's
the
like,
only reason I say she won't lose her job is because, in my opinion, she reminds me of Dr. Heavenly. She will do whatever she need to do for the camera, and they like people like that. They won't get rid of people like that. So,
yeah,
but I do agree with you in a sense as well. You
mm,
know, Robin's no longer here. You see how her job is at jeopardy. So it is a sense of kind of both. You know, in
yeah,
that playing field. But yeah, I really enjoyed this scene. The girls are beautiful. I love that they can come together and be at peace as parents to their children. It's very rare that you get a situation where the parents are not together, the family can come together and there's no chaos and confusion. So it's beautiful to see that they're a family, you know, and they are on one accord still, even though they are not one unit together. So I do love that as well.
yeah. And I will say this. I think if Robin and Juan gave us their authentic selves instead of trying to play it off like they were having some type of relationship, I think she would have fared off better because there are in real life, there's people who go through that. You have a woman that just doesn't want to let go of a bad relationship. She probably would have been better off just telling her authentic truth. My man doesn't want me. That's what she should have said in the confessional. I'm holding on for dear life, but he don't want me.
I'm with Irene. Robin was just too boring. Bye. She would just yeah, go away. So we are moving into this next scene, Mia and Ink. Now Mia and Ink are in their staycation home, okay? That they're renting for just a week or so. And so in this scene, we have Mia, Ink, Jacqueline is coming through, as well as Patrick and the children. Okay. Patrick is the father to Jacqueline's children. Okay. So, Mia and Ink are standing over the counter dealing with some flowers. And so they're talking about flowers and the colors and different meanings and everything like that. Mia explains to us that she and Ink are high school sweethearts. They met each other when they graduated high school, moved to Lake Norman, then he moved to Atlanta to continue his radio career. Gordon lives in the same building as them. So Mia was really excited to get this getaway because she just seems to be a little irritated by Gordon's presence popping up when he needs coffee or lost something or needs his glasses. And so she just feels good to be in the rented home with her and Ink away on their staycation. Okay. We get a knock at the door. Jacqueline is coming in with her children, a cake for her father's children, Patrick. And so they're have an on and off again relationship. So, but they're trying to have a good co-parenting situation. So she's celebrating his birthday. Jacqueline wants Ink to meet Patrick. She feels that they would get along, and wants to see, how things go. Jacqueline described Ink as, trying to get with her during the time that Mia was, with Gordon. And so Jacqueline says she stayed away because she didn't want to be mixed up in that drama and mess. Patrick, aka PP, he comes to the door, he's coming in. And so they introduced Patrick to Ink, and so they dap each other up. And so Ink caught on to the PP very quickly and wanted to know why why Jacqueline called him PP. And so, as I said, they're working on their parenting skills. So, parenting partner. And then she said he also has a big PP. So that's why she calls him PP. Okay. Her Ink talked about the kids. There it's nice having kids, that his children look just like Patrick's children look just like him. Patrick claims that he tried to deny him, but he can't do it. they start talking about Gordon and opening up how they feel about Gordon. And so to me, Ink is just over Gordon. He's sick of it. But Patrick said, you got to understand, Gordon has been in this relationship. He has kids, and he feels some type of way. He's losing everything. You didn't came in the picture and took me and went on about y'all's business. That was pretty much that scene. They went and got them some cake and moved on. I want to say this. In my personal opinion, there was a lot of sexual tension in that room. And I feel like that there have been some things that have gone on between the three of them, the four of them. This ain't the first time the Ink and PP have met before. This just my opinion. I'm just picking up on the vibes. Now, Auntie, I'm a good judge of character. And 9 times out of 10, I'm not really wrong about what I be saying. So I'll let you go on.
All right, I didn't catch that, but I didn't catch it. But I will say this: me and this Ink thing, I think is disrespectful because she's not divorced yet.
Ugh,
I
disgusting.
think it's so disrespectful. I think to have her kids in the midst of this, and now we know though why her first child's father said there's no way in heck that the son could be up on that TV, and I get it. And I get it. And she would probably, cut Gordon off if he said he no longer wanted the kids to be on the TV. But I'm feeling like I don't know. I don't like this. I don't like it at all. I don't like that daddy lives in the same building. Now we don't live with daddy. We live with Mr. Ink and mommy. It's just too much. It's just really too much, and it's sad. In terms of Jacqueline, she needs the money, and I get it. I'm not mad at anybody who wants this reality check money, right? But Jacqueline got to find a better way to fit in. I feel like she came in under Mia's shadow and she's struggling to get out. She really doesn't have a storyline. And when she tries to throw out a punchline, it falls short. Oh, I call him PP because of what is it? Parental
Parental parenting.
parental part.
Parental partner. Mm-hmm.
And also because he has a big PP. I'm just like, this is stupid. The whole thing was stupid, and the joke that he made about denying the kids, I know it was a joke, but that fell flat. Together as a couple, they're getting the F on this reality TV thing. They gotta judge it up, so to speak. And Jacqueline, she's gonna have to kick it in and kick it in fast because it was this Jazzy. Jazzy is gonna run her off the road.
All the way. She already has run her off the road.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, but I mean, the scene was the scene because I don't like this. I don't have anything against Ink, but I noticed Ink also said something about he got kids. They kind of blew that over a little bit. So he does have kids, and I don't know if he was trying to call like me a son, his kid. I don't know. It's the whole thing is messy.
And I do have an issue with Ink. I have a major issue because you're coming into a relationship that is not completed. You calling yourself a man, then you want to turn around and claim that this child may or may not be yours. You're putting yourself in a situation that you don't have to be in and don't have no business being in. In my opinion, if he was a real man, he would do like TJ and wait till your relationship is wrapped up and your divorce is wrapped up with Gordon, and then pick up and move forward. But I do have a problem with that because you are confused. What example are you setting? If this is your son, what example are you setting for your son?
Right.
Or the children that you have outside of this?
Right. Or even if it's just because it's going to be your stepson, so to speak, right? What example are they both setting for the kids? It's messy, it's ugly. Yeah, and you're right, Roya. I don't like it. It's messy.
It's just way too messy.
Yeah.
But hopefully
she's always still using Gordon. Every time he's talking about Gordon. Like, oh, he still comes over. Oh, he's this. Oh, he's that. Oh, he came over for coffee. Oh, he had a hangnail. He wanted me to clip it. Like, too much.
It's trifling behavior. It's trifling. So, let's see. Stacey and TJ's workout, this wasn't really too much to say. We met TJ for the first time. I feel like I've said this to you before, Diva. It's given Amy Robach and TJ, whatever his last name is. They, like she said, they met on the news network, and he's a devout Christian. He does not want to have any kind of sexual relations or innuendos with Stacy until she has completed everything with her marriage. And I can say I will respect that about him, is that he is, from the outside looking in anyways, he's waiting for her to wrap up her divorce to move forward with whatever they have going on. I will say this, whether it's true or not, I do love that this is a man who respects his religion, who respects his body, and who is trying to do things the right way. I really, really love that. That is something very rare that we see in our society. But, for him to claim, for him to, be doing that, I love to see that. I think it's shameful. I've been reading a lot of comments, regarding the Potomac housewives. And so a lot of people are calling him gay. And it bothers me that because people choose to walk upright in their religion of their choice and do the things that they're supposed to do, why does this have to make a man gay or undercover or whatever the issue may be? He's following in the footsteps that he feels that he has been called to for his religion, and I respect that and I appreciate it. And I respect the fact that Stacy is riding along with that and that she's not trying to pressure him. In a sense she is, but she's not really trying to pressure him, and that she's open about who he is to her friends. So I really respected that overall scene. She said that she's willing to wait, and if you're willing to wait, go for it, girl.
I agree with you. I think I hate when people just in general, they always weaponize sexuality.
Yes.
Like if you see someone looking a certain way, oh, they gay or they're this or they're that. I think it's so unfair. And then again, yes, you got a couple here that's mature and doing things the right way. There's several reasons, even outside of his religion, why I wouldn't want to. I don't think they should be having sex. She's not divorced yet.
Yeah.
I don't get these people like they're separated and they're dating. You're not divorced yet.
You are still intertwined with all of the stuff that you got going on in your previous
that
relationship.
part. It's just messy. It's so messy. And so on that note, I don't mind that he's waiting. I don't think anything about his sexuality, but I do feel like I don't feel them really being as connected as she say they are.
Mm.
I could see a friendship type of thing. I just don't see them as connected. The gym scene was awkward and
It was
very awkward. It wasn't like a couple as she's claiming that they're so in love, but they just haven't done the do yet. They just seem very disjointed. It was weird. It was like, okay, we're meeting up to do this scene because she needed a solo scene, but I wasn't feeling any type of chemistry there. Thank you, Lexi. There was lack of chemistry, point blank and period. There's nothing else to say about that. It was no chemistry whatsoever.
Yeah, I agree.
Wasn't feeling.
I totally agree. So we move back over into Mia and Ink. So Mia has been on the Real Housewives of Potomac, 3 seasons now?
Something like that.
She has moved 4 times in the 4 years that she has been on the show. They are now in another apartment. Mia's making cookies, and her and Ink are, spending time together. And so Ink talks about, Mia getting ready to take the ladies to Lake Norman and, what's it's going to be like. And so she just says, she wants to go show the girls, she feels like she's from Lake Norman. Her and Ink moved down to Lake Norman right after high school. And so it's just kind of her stomping grounds. He asked if the aunties will be there. And so, Mia said Giselle will be there. He asked about Karen, and Mia said, Karen, she's going through a lot. Her case is in criminal court now. She has a jury. And so, that they're going to see, how that turns out when they come back for the trip. Ink asked, is the ladies going to go to support Karen? And, we kind of moved on from that scene after that. So, Ink is, in my personal opinion, Ink is being a little too comfortable in this group. You're not a part of this group. You're not a husband. You're not a part. Don't mind your business about what's going on with Giselle and Auntie Karen. That's not none of your business. So mind yours. Get back on the radio and move on.
Ooh, be a radio personality. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't like to play again with this DUI in the court date, right? Mm-hmm. I don't like to play on that. I think y'all mentioned it. Let's move forward. Let's stop using that every chance that we get. Yes. We know she has to go to court. Karen knows she has to go to court, and I'm sure Karen understands how serious this situation is. Mm-hmm. Other than that, I mean, it is nothing more I can say. But I was thinking to myself, well, how is Mia in her 30s? Oh, we don't know.
I want to say Mia's 35.
Oh, she is?
I want to say.
Like, how you calling Karen and Giselle?
She's 39. Too old to be making the decisions that she's making, nevertheless.
That part too. But I was just wondering, like, y'all calling them those two the aunties, but I guess 39 and they in their 50s. All right, I get it. But I thought, it was what it was. We can move on to the next scene.
Okay. So the ladies go out to lunch. Let's see. In this scene, we have Giselle, Ashley, Wendy, Stacy, and Jasmine. Okay. So Giselle shows up first, and gets everything set up for the ladies. Giselle wants to talk to the ladies without Karen around. She feels that Karen has a huge influence on the ladies. And so she wants to get them out of Karen's presence so that she can really feel and sense, who they are. And in my opinion, share her opinion about Karen, so she can get the ladies on her side. Okay. So Jazzy and I'm gonna say Ashley, Jazzy, and Stacy were the first to show up. And so Jazzy was very unpleased with Giselle's behavior at the GNA event. And so, she was ready to receive her apology. Giselle did apologize. She said after she had a good meal and got her head on right, she was able to prevail and to, give an apology to the ladies because her issues were not with the ladies. As I stated earlier, her issues was with Karen. Okay. So Stacy and Jazzy did get their apology. They, were very appreciative of the apology. As, they were receiving their apology, Wendy walked in. And so Wendy said, oh, well, Giselle is giving out apologies. Well, listen, let me say this, Auntie. Giselle is on an apology tour this season. Okay. She is handing out all of the apologies and trying to make up, with everyone. Okay. So Wendy,
that check.
Oh, there you go. That check, because that's all she got going for herself at this point. Okay. Mm-hmm. All then went on and marry somebody else. So you will not be the first lady of New Birth. Okay. Move on. So, Wendy says that she's excited about her 40th birthday. They're going to Lake Norman, so she's glad that all the ladies will be there to support her. Ashley, kind of opened up, or excuse me, Giselle asked Stacy about her family. You have 2 children, right? She said, no, I have 1 daughter. I've been married for 16 years. I'm getting ready to get a divorce. And so Ashley decided to insert herself and talk about TJ because Giselle said, well, are you excited about the divorce? You don't look happy, and Stacy said, well, I'm never happy about a divorce because, my family's falling apart. So that's not nothing to be happy about. But, Ashley said, well, she's moved on because she got a new man, a new friend. And so Stacy was very offended that Ashley, she invited Ashley to her home. They're getting to know each other, having conversation. And Ashley just felt so comfortable to come out and say, Stacy has a man. So she was very offended by that. Ashley didn't understand why she was so offended because you going around telling me, I didn't know that you were telling the ladies individually. So far, that conversation has only been had from what we've seen between Stacy and Ashley. I don't know that she's told anybody else in the group about her relationship with with TJ. So, it hurt Stacey's feelings. And, you know, Stacey, I felt she was being a little overly sensitive about it. Because if you over this man, then, I mean, what's the big deal? But at the same time, you know, maybe she doesn't, she did say that her and her husband are very popular, if you may, in their community. And so she's trying to figure out how to move forward, I guess, and still keep her good name, but still move forward in a positive way. Because, you know, it will be very scandalous for people to find out that you're talking about somebody else and you still married to your husband and y'all were so influential in y'all's community. So it bothered her. But Giselle said, just focus on being happy and everything else will fall into place. So anything about that scene, Auntie?
I thought, you know, it was an interesting scene. Giselle apologizing is just, it's like, whoa. And for her to apologize that quickly is really like, whoa. But see, she did the foolery. You got a whole charity at your event and you want to act stupid at your event. Yeah. And exactly, why is Stacey offended? You know, that's a whole nother situation in and of itself. It Ashley didn't really say anything, right? And so for Ashley to bring it up to the group, it's like, okay, what's the big deal, right? But with the to go back to the charity event for 1 second, Giselle messed up because she could have got more money for her charity. You don't kick people out of a charity event. You got to be dumb, stupid, or both. And I think she realized after the fact how she messed up with collecting money for the charity and the person she was supposed to be honoring that night. So she dishonored her father, if you want to be real with it. In terms of Stacey, that was a fake being offended. And it fell. It was just stupid. And it's like, girl, you sitting there on TV talking about how you ain't tell your daughter, but you telling us your daughter's so smart. So your daughter speak 22 languages. Okay. Okay. You going to sit on TV talking about we didn't tell her yet. She know mommy and daddy not together no more.
Yeah.
She know that y'all splitting houses and y'all not in the same space together ever. She's not stupid. And
especially as you claim that she know all of these languages and she's such a smart girl. Don't dumb her down. Don't
dumb her down. And let's do this. And daddy already told her, because you know the men get messy sometime in this situation. Daddy already told her, when it's all said and done, you staying with me. She said, okay.
Your mom's a slut.
Listen, he messing with somebody, so I don't know about all that what he do, but he definitely already told baby girl, you listen, you've been with me all this time, you staying with me, and we gonna get mom that house in Potomac because she got a show now. Let her do a show.
And there you go. So we are headed to the airport now to head to Lake Norman. Okay. Everyone is flying, all of the ladies. We have Mia, we have Stacey, or excuse me, no, we have Mia, we have Giselle, we have Wendy, we have Jazzy, Karen, Jacqueline. Okay. Stacey is going to drive down because for the month of May, she does not fly due to one of her family members passing away from an aviation accident. So she does not fly during the month of May. So the ladies get to North Carolina. Shout out to North Carolina. Yes. So the ladies get to North Carolina. Mia trucks up the ladies. We have 3 cars. We have Wendy, Giselle, and Jacqueline in one truck. So, you know, Wendy's here to celebrate her 40th birthday. She's super excited. You know, they passed by a church, you know, and she said, look at the blood, the red on top of the church. Giselle said, that's the blood of the lamb. And so Wendy did not know that Giselle was Catholic. She thought that Giselle, you know, was just Baptist just because Jamal was at the time during her first lady tenure. And so Wendy was taken aback, but you know, she said she's learning a lot neither her and Giselle, are, on good terms. We have Jazzy, Kiera, and Ashley in the car together. And then we have Karen and Mia in the car together. Now, Karen and Mia, I was really shocked to see together because I'm not feeling the same camaraderie that I normally feel between Karen and Mia this season. I think Mia has been throwing a lot of shots at Karen because she sees Karen is in a low place right now. Mia says, she feels that Karen needs to admit to the things that she does or has done. She said the first step to overcoming a situation is admitting what you've done. And, she wants Karen to talk about it. But as Karen has explained, this, is a court situation. This is, something that she cannot talk about. And she does not want to incriminate herself on any level. So, Mia really wants her to open up about this. And so that is going to take us into episode 4, Best-Bunking, Best-Bunking, Beds and Butting Heads. So y'all hit the like button. Make sure you are subscribed to both of our channels as we prepare to go into this 4th episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac. So Auntie, you can start whenever you are ready.
All right. So we'll go ahead into episode 4, right? Mm-hmm. Which is bunking beds and butting heads, right? Mm-hmm. And like you said, what I love about these cash trips, ROYAIRE? I love the fact that it makes me want to go visit these places, right?
Yes.
Oh my God.
I kind of like Norman, girl.
yes. I was like, oh, they're making me want to go visit. It looks so pretty, so serene.
It's beautiful. It's like 45 minutes from me.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, it looks really nice. So I like that. And I want these shows to kind of get back to that. Karen is a jealous something. Karen, we're celebrating Wendy's birthday this time. Like, calm the heck down. So, the car rides was messy because Mia was riding with Karen and kept trying to ask Karen about this DUI. Jacqueline, they're saying, is jealous of Jazzy. Mm-hmm. Jazzy wants to talk about her man and how her man, she's older than her man. And he has children, but he was never in love with nobody. Girl, you sound stupid. This man has children, or she said something about never love or never marry. I mean, you sound stupid. Don't do that. This man has children. If you have any respect for that, just say, he's never been married. He has children. You didn't have to go all deep like that. And then her and Kiara was kind of talking about, just relationships or whatever the case may be. They tried to talk about Karen, and Wendy was like, Karen is not here to defend herself, so we're not about to do that. So I did appreciate Wendy trying to keep it clean and sweet. Like, let's not backtrack into our old ways when everybody was fighting. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to sit here and participate in a conversation about Karen and she's not in the car to defend herself. And Giselle and Karen, are not in a good place because of the whole 2 events on the same day. Mm-hmm. And Giselle felt Karen was being messy. Well, Karen was being messy, but Karen is Karen. Mm-hmm. What do you do? And Wendy said there's tension between Jazzy and Jacqueline, which there is, but I think Jacqueline, she's fighting to be Mia's number one. And nothing worse than a friend that feels like they can't have like their friend can't be close to other people.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I thought it was very rude and messy, ROYAIRE, for them to say Mia said that Stacey is not interesting. And Mia said that all the girls pretty much said that. So I thought that was super messy. I know that was a lot mushed together, but what are your thoughts?
As far as the statement that Stacey is boring, where's the lie? I think that Karen and Giselle from the beginning of the season have had issues still. After the Hatitude party, let's keep it real. Giselle was very shady at the Hatitude party, especially with the non-alcoholic Grand Dame. So she was offended, of course. And then, right off the bat, here we go with this event. The people showed up for Karen's event. Another issue. So this back and forth between Giselle and Karen is not an unknown, but I think it's nice to see that they still have that kind of on again, off again relationship as they have continued through this show. Um, Jacqueline, jealousy is not cute. It's not cute, and it don't look good on you. So
Oh.
just stop it. Stop it. If you are really Mia's best friend, there's no need to compete. You don't have to compete when you don't compare.
Let it tell. Oh shoot. Well, I like that. You better tell it. Okay, boom, and there it is,
And
right?
there it is.
So they get to Lake Norman. Like I said, absolutely beautiful. I thought it was cute because they called it Mia's Manor. I thought that was cute, right? And Mia talked about how she moved there when she was younger with Ink because he wanted to advance his, radio personality career. Okay, so Wendy's room. I think Mia. I think there's a lot of parts of her that are really good. The
Mhm.
fact that she had all of this back trouble with Wendy, but she felt, she acknowledged Wendy's birthday by um decorating her room. I thought that was really cute. And Wendy turning 40, I thought that was pretty nice. So Wendy had a nice room.
Yeah.
And then with the other rooms, the fact that they keep disrespecting Kiara to give her the room with the bunk bed, and then to put Stacy, and Stacy is tall, then to
Really
put
tall.
Stacy in that room. And Mia was being funny because her and Jacqueline are sharing a room. Then it was Giselle and Karen have their own rooms, but they got a shared bathroom.
Mhm.
And then I forgot, Jazzy had I guess her own room, right? And that pretty much was it. And then Jacqueline gets into this thing because they keep calling Jacqueline Mia's sidekick. Well, you are her sidekick,
That's
okay?
exactly what it is.
You signed up for the role and you enjoyed the role because you didn't even chin check Mia when you found out that y'all was in the room together. You was like, okay, oh well, whatever.
Mm.
You was okay with that. So I don't know. What are your thoughts on that scene?
I feel like Jacqueline ended up where she wanted to be, up Mia's behind. You always claiming that's your bestie, that's your girl. You the number one. So sleep on the side of the bed with her. Go on and get your little corner. And be with Mia and hush up. Um, you know, as I was listening to you explain, Wendy and Mia's situation, I don't more so really feel like that she's trying to be nice to Wendy. I feel like she disrespected Wendy so much last season with the throwing of the drink and the spitting and all of that, that she really had to come in this season and clean up her behavior with Wendy because it was just so disrespectful last season. So I
Mm,
feel like that she's just trying to get on a respectful level with Wendy, an even playing field, so that they can kind of move forward in their relationship. But I did think that it was nice that she decorated the room. Wendy had a beautiful room. I like that it was decorated. I'm not sure what's going on between Karen and Wendy. It's giving haterade from Karen. I don't know what's going on. Maybe because Karen's birthdays are always kind of so jacked up. So maybe that's why she's feeling some type of way. But who's to say that this birthday is going to be any better for Mia? Excuse me, for Wendy. Y'all give Wendy a hard time always. So it is what it is. Um, Jazzy sharing a room with Stacy, I thought it was the perfect setup. Both of these ladies are very, excuse me, not Jazzy, Kiera and Stacy sharing a room. I thought that was the perfect setup. They are the most non-entertaining girls from the show, and so I feel like that they will bond very well together. And then the rest of the ladies, they deserve to get their own rooms based off of seniority. So I thought that was a great setup as well.
I like the idea of seniority and them getting a room like that. So that was cute, but not the two boring ones rooming together. I'm gonna
I
beat you.
mean, they're gonna bond.
But Kiara was pissed about those bump beds.
Not Stacy excited about the bump beds. Like, girl, Not I always wanted bump bags, and I was so excited when I walked in to see bump bags. Girl, bye. Go away from us with this Apollo.
That part, please. She was full of crap. So Karen and Stacy talk, and she, she told Karen about, the difficulty about, I told her about how, it's hard to explain to a daughter. And I will say I do get that, right? I do get like how it's not easy to explain divorce to kids, and to tell them like it's about to be a new norm and we gotta figure this thing out, right? So that was that. They get ready to go on the boat ride, and Giselle told them at some point pretty much that she has to go back, but she's gonna fly back, and then she's gonna fly back again because the girls was doing their cap and gown ceremony, so to speak. So she said she had to go to that, and then she would be back. I thought that was nice. That's why I said Giselle really, really is a good mom. She cares about the kids. I think Jackie is Mia's girl toy. Well, Mia tells her what to do. They shower and sleep together. Didn't mention Jackie licking her box. Allegedly. So they go get dressed to get on this boat ride, and then they got dressed for dinner because right after the boat, they was gonna have dinner back at the house. So I thought out of like when they got dressed for dinner, from my memory, the best dress was Wendy for the boat. The rest of them, I was like, what they doing? What's going on? Whatever the case may be. Mia was there at Lake Norman with Gordon and Ink, like on New Year's Eve, and they all had a picture together. And so the girls, they kind of talked to her about that, how it's like you're giving Gordon a little bit of mixed signals, but she said there are times when Gordon is okay with all of them together, and there's times where he's not. And I get it because I gotta be awkward for him. And that's what the ladies were pretty much saying. Like, Mia, you gotta cut Gordon a break. It's like this is all new to him, and this is very hard for him. It's like, y'all together, but then sometimes we're all together. It's messy. It's messy. And I can only imagine how it is for the kids, right? And like I think Giselle said it, and Cameron might have said it in a confessional, that it's confusing for them. So can you imagine for the kids, right? So I thought that
confusing for us. Hell, we're trying to figure out what's going on. I know the kids confused.
That part. And she said that Gordon is on his meds, but even though he's on his meds, he can still like have a lapse or a rebound. She's just still using Gordon as a storyline. And all of the stuff she says is really a lot of disrespectful stuff, because she keeps telling us how she had to recover the family financially about 3 times, and said that because he gets in these manic modes and he puts them in a bind because he bought her G-Wagon with all cash. Well, girl, you're lucky, because if anything happened, at least y'all could have slept in a G-Wagon because it was paid for. Sick of her. And when listen, and when they told Stacy, I thought it was so rude when they told Stacy, imagine being on a boat where you're in a bunch of people telling you that you're boring.
The true verse.
I don't know. Talk about those scenes before I talk about when we get back and they have dinner. Oh, let me add on the boat too. Ashley, they talked again. This Stacy thing brought up again. Ashley mentioning, that about TJ. It's just stupid. I wanted to say, Stacy, go sit down somewhere. It is what it is. It's not even that deep. Ashley can be messy. And trust me, if Ashley was being messy with that was the lowest key messy that Ashley ever did. Because Ashley, when Ashley gets messy, she gets messy. She's like the bone carrier.
She know how to stir the pot and serve the tea. Okay, so you for real, that's why I don't really understand what Stacy is in her feelings about, because Ashley is not spilling anything that's a big deal. I mean, like, you chose to open up about your relationship with this man that you're dating, but you're still married. If that's not something that you wanted to be told,
You should have kept your
you
mouth.
should have got on TV talking about this.
Yeah.
Regarding Mia and Gordon and Ink, I don't like this at all. I
See,
really, really dislike it. I completely understand what the other ladies are saying, like you said, in regards to us being confused. So I know that the children are confused. You know, and unfortunately, this is not an ending story for the children. This is something that they will forever see because it is on TV. So you can't explain this away. You can't, do anything but really walk through this. So hopefully there are therapists there with the children to help them figure out what's going on and how to move forward. I do agree Wendy looked the best on the boat. I don't know what the other ladies were thinking. Maybe they forgot we were still recording, but okay. Um yeah, that was pretty much it for that scene. But I really am over Mia complaining about Gordon. If you're gonna be done with this man, be done with him, move on and let it be. Close this door and move forward. Stop bringing him up in the show. Even if y'all do outside stuff, don't bring it to the show. Let's move on and move forward and keep it pushing.
and keep it between you and Ink if
And
that's what you're gonna do,
yeah.
because it's just too much and it's not fair to the kids. It really isn't.
Well,
And
and then what kind of man want to sit up listening to you complaining about another man? Like,
for the same man that's sleeping with you and you still married.
whew. And that's that on that.
Okay. So now they come back and they have dinner, and a bunch of Mia's friends come over. Because as Nia stated, when she was younger, her and Ink did live there for a minute. Now, again, Giselle pretty much she wanted to have a quick chit chat with Karen because she needed to leave and get on the plane. And she let Karen know, like, I don't appreciate what you did, and blah blah blah. And so her and Karen kind of worked that out. um Mia's friends Dominique shows up, I think Joy and Ashley, and Mia says, tell me a story, a funny story about me. And Joy tells about one time when Ink was sucking on Mia's toes. That's funny. I was like, okay. um and then, I think Ashley said something about knowing Mia when she was about to get married to G. And Jacqueline must have been stewing over there because Jacqueline couldn't wait to say, well, I knew Mia before G and all of that when she was driving a Toyota and buying stuff from Payless. Jacqueline, girl, Jacqueline is stuck. She is stuck like those who are still in high school.
Desperate.
Desperate, desperate. She also probably doesn't want any one of these other girls to come in and take her slot because Jacqueline got kicked off the show for a minute. Now she back, so I guess she want to make sure she don't lose her spot. So she just keep jumping in, talking to be like, I'm Mia's number one friend. Girl,
I
stop.
think she sees how easily she can be replaced.
That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. But I don't think she should calm down because I don't think anyone else is going to be wanting to share rooms with Mia and share whatever else.
Mm-mm.
So Jacqueline should realize you're good, girl, and you're square. You're good.
Yes.
Okay. None
Look,
of those girls are going
you
to.
won. You win.
You win. Exactly. Exactly. You win. So then Messy Mia tells a story at the end before they close out to say that, oh, I got a funny story. One time, me, Joy, Karen went out. Karen, you butt called us. And Karen's like, what? She said, yeah, you butt called us. And butt called them and said, and was heard saying that, oh, these ladies think I'm out with Ray, but I'm not. So again, they're bringing up this whole storyline of not only is Karen a drunk, allegedly, but they're also trying to bring up a storyline that Karen is a cheater and she been cheating on Ray for a minute. Poor Ray Ray. Ray Ray got to drive Karen around now because she can't drive. And then on top of that, he got to hear yet again that Karen allegedly cheats on him. What are your thoughts, Raya?
I am so sick and tired of hearing about Karen and Ray and their whatever their relationship is. I just want the ladies to just leave little Karen alone. Leave her and Ray alone. She got enough to be talked about with this whole situation of the courts, okay? Mm-hmm. Mia, you have no room to talk about anybody's relationship or situationship because you got a husband and a boyfriend. When is this divorce going to start? When are you going to clean that mess up? I just think, how can you throw a stone in my glass house and your glass house is over here whole boiled and cracked and ready to fall apart? Yeah. What are we doing? What are we doing? Bringing up past conversations, talking about stuff that's, why? Mia, your friends sharing a funny story about licking your toes, disgusting. What's funny about that? This Lake Norman trip is not getting off to a good start for me. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it.
It's messy.
It's messy. It's very, very messy. It's petty.
It's petty.
And it's just like, come on, let's come up with something else. Let's talk about something. Let's talk about something relevant.
That part. Now, I will also, let me add this. What was I gonna say? I Giselle definitely has turned the table because Wendy asked her, "Don't bring up no mess on my birthday."
On my birthday, yes.
And that's why Giselle approached Karen ahead of time. Mm-hmm. So they talk. HR talked to Giselle, and she got the memo.
Yes.
She got the memo. But you know what though? I'm gonna give it to her because she's a single parent raising these two girls, and she has her beautiful home. Regardless of who does and does not like it, that's her home. It's her beautiful home. It's her home for her children. She's gonna have 3 people in college. Jizzy needs her check.
She needs all of it.
She needs all of it. So she's not gonna mess up because this GNA, it keeps getting repurposed.
It ain't working.
And it ain't working.
The Cancer Society is probably very disappointed.
Raheem is messy. I'm not fooling with her right now.
Look, with her Willy Wonka furniture. I said, not the Willy Wonka furniture. I'm so dead. That is hilarious.
No, listen. There's some real beautiful homes on these reality shows, and I'm gonna say this: Tia Mowry got one of them.
Oh my God,
I love her.
Fabulous.
I love her home. I love her home. Listen. Giselle home is beautiful for Giselle. It's a beautiful Giselle home.
It's interesting.
Yeah, it's a beautiful Giselle home. Yes, it is. It's a beautiful, and Giselle spent a lot of money doing all of that.
Remember? It's very all over the place, like she is.
Well, that's
and there it is.
And boom, there it is. So listen, guys, that was the 2 episodes together. We will be, next week we should be back to our 111 every week. It hasn't been like a boom out the box, like, knock you off the feet type of thing. Mm-hmm. But it is different than what they was giving us previously.
Yes.
So, I'm okay with it so far. I don't, I'm okay with it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm enjoying it. I think, to be on episode 4, I think we're doing pretty good so far with the season. I'm definitely interested in seeing where we're going to go as we continue on. Kind of like you said earlier in the show, Diva, I really am over this whole car accident situation and talking about it and wanting Karen to take responsibility and all of this stuff. Half of the ladies on the show don't take responsibility for the stuff that they do, So I think Karen needs to take responsibility when she's ready to take responsibility. Just because she says it to y'all, that don't actually mean she's taking it. But at the same time, I will say that Karen does hold a lot of other people's feet to the fire when they get in situations that are not the best look for them. So I kind of understand it, but I just feel like with the severity of this situation, this is nothing to play with and nothing to try to make someone look bad just for TV. Um, but overall, I think that it has been a great season. You know, I'm ready to see where they're going so far. I do like the cast changes of this season. You know, Jazzy, she's coming through. I would like to see Jazzy replace Kiera.
Oh, oh. I think they gave Kiera a sympathy, return
Yes.
because she got beat down last season. I, I, I think that's what they did. So I'm here for it, right? And listen, we forgot to mention she did that court date didn't come up yet.
It has not.
It has not. She sued. She ain't playing. Yeah, she ain't playing. She sued. So that court date has not come up yet. But I'm with you. I'm definitely with you, Roya, that it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. You know, like you said, it's different from last season, and I do enjoy that. I feel like last season got very, very dark, very dark.
Very
And I'm
dark.
liking this light sensitive side that we're seeing of this season. So that was episode 3, Mama Knows Best, and episode 4, Bunking Beds and Butting Heads. They coming up with some titles. I mean, they always do good titles for the shows.
Titles.
Always do great
titles. They definitely hands down. They doing their job. Yeah.
Yes. Well, y'all, like I said, before we close out, we are recapping a couple of different shows. So we have done the Braxtons already. So please go back on our channels, hit the like button and view those. We are recapping Tia's My Next Act, Tia Mowry. So make sure you check out that show. That is also on WeTV as well. Comes on Friday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 10:30 Central Time. So make sure you're checking out that show. We will be back to recap episodes 8 and 9 for that show. I want to say episode 9 is going to be released on this Friday. So we'll be recapping that next week. So stay tuned to our channel. And then as well for the season 9 of the Real Housewives of Potomac, that comes on Sundays on Bravo at 8 p.m. So stay tuned to our channels. Next week we will be back on a consistent schedule. So that's what we got going on with that. I would like to publicly send my condolences to you and your family, Auntie Diva. Love you so much. We're praying for you. So please keep her family in prayer. Anything you got going on this next couple of weeks coming up as far as your channel?
No, just listen. Y'all know when to hit the like button, hit the notification bell, hit the subscribe button, and that way when we go live, y'all know we here. We appreciate y'all coming through because this was a random, but y'all showed up for us, and we thank y'all. Don't forget, like Roya said, hit the like button on both channels, and we'll see you next time. Good night, goodbye.
We'll see y'all next time. Love y'all. Bye.